Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Uh, Today we are going to understand what is transistor and its purpose. Okay, basically transistor is used for, or you can say the application of the transistor is as a amplifier or as a switch. Okay, so as an amplifier, an amplifier means you are going to increase or decrease the current as per the requirement. So by control the current, you can increase and decrease. It could be used as an amplifier, and if you block the current passing through the channel, then it would be used as a switch. Okay, so basically transistor has two types, okay, which is BJT and FET. So this diagram is for the FET. Okay, FET means field effect transistor. Field effect transistor is unipolar transistor. Okay, and another transistor that we uses, okay, certainly uses, it is BJT, which is bipolar junction transistor. Okay, bipolar junction means what? That a two side of the transistor is going to work as per the increase or decrease the layer of a current. Okay, so bipolar means there are three terminal and a two separation, you can say two channel. Okay, we will see in a short time. So first we are going to understand about the type of the bipolar junction transistor, NPN and PNP. Okay, of course we already knew that the diode and its function, right? You know the diode. What is diode and its function of reverse bias and forward bias? It has two terminal, anode and cathode. If anode connected to the positive terminal and the cathode connected to the negative terminal, is going to be forward bias, and if anode is connected to the negative and cathode connected to the positive, is going to be reverse bias, right? So you know already, and it has video in this channel too. So first we are going to understand this NPN. NPN means negative, positive and negative. Okay, electron, proton and electron layers. Okay, it is semiconductor, of course, is used as a semiconductor material, silicon, germanium kind of, right? In NPN, okay, in NPN the arrow must go outside. Okay, uh, for the reminded, I would tell you the N means, of course we know the negative is electron, but for the arrow you could say no entry. There is no entry inside, so you are going outside. So if you are going outside, no entry, so it started from the N. Okay, so it is kind of that, if you want to remember just like that. So in NPN transistor, arrow would be the outer side. Why it is outer side, we will see it, because the current of the base and collector side, of course is collector is collect all the electrons, right? But the emitter is going to be forward bias, another side it is going to be reverse bias. So forward bias, it means the electron goes to the uh, from the depletion layers goes to the base side. Base side means this base side. Okay, so of course you know current flows opposite side of electric charges. Okay, if current moves this side, then charges would be goes this side. Of course this is called the energy, or you can say the charges, and the from the charges whatever the energies comes out, and this is called uh, energy or electricity that we are using it, right? So there are three terminal. This is emitter, base, and collector. Okay, emitter, base, and collector. Base always comes in the midway. Okay, this is collector to collect all the charges, all right, and get all the current, right. This is n p n. Okay, another is pnp. Same, emitter, base, collector. Okay, but in pnp, arrow is inside. Okay, why is inside, we will see that too. Okay, there is not only the one video, we are going to understand more about the transistor in up to next 2 or 3 videos. All right, so this is the symbol. You could understand about the arrows. If arrow goes outside, which is npn, and arrow goes inside, which is pnp. Okay, emitter, base, and collector is same, and this is the symbol of the transistor. If you saw the if you see the circle like this, then this is for the heat sink. Heat sink means if a transistor would become a little bit hot, it's kind of that, then heat sink is applied to make it cool down. Okay, because of course it is electronics, it needs something kind of coolness, otherwise going to be short or stop working, right. More thoroughly we are going to understand npn and pnp. Is this is very important to understand. Okay, in npn, uh, as we understood the symbol, base, emitter, and collector. Okay, now this is the cathode and this is the anode, right. Two diodes are connected and three terminals, right. So two diodes are connected with side of what, cathode, and then anode, upside cathode and then anode, and both anode terminal is connected to the base. You just need to understand by this. If you understand this diagram, you can understand the process or working very easily. Okay, uh, now if this become forward bias and this could be a reverse bias, then the current would be pass up here. We will see on this diagram too. So from the diagram we understand better. Okay, this is the pnp diagram. Why pnp? N means this is cathode, it means what, negative charges. Here is also cathode, it means negative charges. Okay, and the both terminal of the anode is connected to the base, it means this is the positive charges, right. It means whole. Okay, so this is npn. This is kind of name called. Okay, another side is pnp. Here is anode. Okay, here is also anode, and this cathode of this diode, cathode of this diode, okay, is connected to the base. This collector, base, and emitter, this c is not for the cathode, this c is for the collector. So cathode of this diode and this diode is connected with the base. So this is what, n, this is common n charges, negative charges, and this anode means positive charges. Here is anode means positive charges. Then this transistor become pnp. So basically transistor is what a combination of two diodes with three terminal. It's called the transistor, which work as a as an amplifier or switch. Okay, better to understand, again we will see first this and then this, or both together. Okay, now we know, we are going to understand first npn. Okay, so npn, now you know how it's connected with the diode. Okay, So basically here is what? Cathode. Basically here is what? Cathode. And the anode of the diode is connected with the base. Okay, or you can say this anode one, right? uh, Now you understand this diagram. You don't need to remind it, you just understood the diagram of the diode, then you can just draw it by your own with understanding. Okay, now here is electron, there are so many electrons, there are here also so many electrons, and here is a p, means holes. Okay, now this is going to be forward bias. Why? Because we are connected negative and to negative terminal. Okay, so this negative and this negative is become negative negative, it's become forward bias. And here for the negative we are going to connect this negative to the positive terminal. It means what? Is going to be reverse bias, right? So uh, this negative charges from the battery and this negative charges of the n semiconductor is going to be what? Repel. Okay, it's going to be repulsion by this negative charges and this negative charges. Then what happened? These electrons are going to be forced up here by this depletion region, or you can say the barrier, right? If you force it more to break it down the barrier, okay, then this all electron it goes to the positive. Okay, and of course this negative and this positive is going to be connected. Of course this attract is going to be attraction, because it's all here is holes and this is electron. And why depletion result is going to be breakdown? Because this barrier is going to be breakdown because this reverse bias, and from the reverse bias the electrons charges are going to be more. Okay, and then it's by the force is passing up to this channel. Okay, this region. All right, now you know this all electrons are here. Okay, and here is the reverse bias, this is the negative, but here is the positive, right? Then what happened? This positive and this is negative. What happened? This all electrons comes up here and attract to the positive charges, right? Because negative and positive, there is no depletion region is going to be break through this, only this, right? Because it won't go on this side, because all the electron charges up here on the base, right? So electrons up here, and here is also all electrons, is all these electrons going to be repel. Okay, and this region's electron is come to attract up here, so the collector electrons comes up here. Okay, and these all electrons also what is going to be get from the here. So basically from the emitter we get the all electrons, or you can say the charges of the base and of the collector together. So total thing is IE is the current of the IB and IC. Okay, I think you understand betterly by this position. Now we better understand from this is the symbol of the transistor, right? This is NPN transistor. This become a forward bias now, and this become a reverse bias. Now you better understand from this to this. Okay, this forward bias and this is the reverse bias. In forward bias this current would be passed from the positive to negative, right? And this is collect from the base, and then the depletion region of the anode of the diode is going to be barrier. This barrier going to be broken, and then current would be passed from the collector. And you cannot, it isn't necessary that you have to do this ground up here. Okay, or you can get the output from here too. Okay, so this is the basically working of the transistor. Now you have the question that how could is going to be control or block the current. Okay, if you increase this one, okay, then this going to be barrier is going to be broken and the all electrons comes to this side and they collect by the base and collector bit. But you are a little bit decrease the current, then there is no any enough charges that is going to be broken the barrier or depletion region, right? Then this also going to be block, right? And of course this is the reverse bias, current cannot be flow by the reverse bias, and if you lower the current then this depletion region is not going to be breakdown, this is also block, then it is work as a switch. And if you increase the current, then of course if I increase, then base and collector charges is going to be increased also. Okay, so proportional is directly proportional, so if increase then it is working could be done as an amplifier. Okay, I hope you understand. In the next video we are going to understand more about the transistor. This is the basic thing of the transistor. Okay, thank you.